I'm all about saving money. And even when I use more expensive, higher end makeup, I want to make sure that I'm using it well. So I've been using the Tarte Shape Tape Creamy Concealer after I put on my foundation. I've shown how I've done this in several other videos, but I've been only applying it with a damp beauty blender. But when I started using this Angie Hot and Flashy, this is one of the BK Beauty brushes from the Angie Hot and Flashy collection. This is the one called A506. When I'm using this to blend it first, I can use half as much concealer. So I'm going to demonstrate this using this brush, and also afterward using a damp beauty blender. I'll tell you all about what I did off camera to start my under eye process, because I do have the dark under eye tear troughs. So let's get right into the demo. So far, I applied my Pixie under eye corrector under this eye using this little e.l.f. brush. And I like to experiment. So I'm using the Dermatology Luminous Eye Corrector under this eye. And, covering my tear troughs. Then I applied this with my finger. And then I applied the Anastasia Luminous Foundation. One pump was all I needed, and dotted it around my face, smeared it a little bit. Then I used a slightly damp beauty blender to blend that out. And then I buffed it out with a BK Beauty brush number 101. So now I'm ready to brighten my under eye with concealer. I'm using the Tarte Shape Tape Creamy in the color 20B. So this is a little lighter than my regular shade. So I just want to brighten that. But the magic thing is that I'm going to use the BK Beauty. This is one of the Angie Hot and Flashy brushes. This is the A506. And you can see it has this really interesting shape to it. And I've been blending it out only with a damp beauty blender, but when I use this brush, I can use half as much product, which is awesome. So it comes with a doe foot applicator, and I can actually wipe some of it off. And I dot on a little bit under and a little bit in the corner. And you can even flip the big doe foot around, put a little bit in the inner corner, and that's all I'm going to put on. I used to put on probably twice as much. So I'm going to start with the brush. And you see I'm just tapping it. The brush doesn't pick up as much product as the damp beauty blender does. And then I'll do this side. And you know what? I probably could have used even less. So what I'm going to do now is for these edges, so that it's not too white, I want to blend it. So I'm going to use the bottom end of the damp beauty blender that I already used with my foundation, just to blend out that area. And now I'm going to finish the rest of my makeup. In other videos, I showed how I set this with a little bit of powder, but I also use some makeup setting spray. It's awesome. It's not too much powder. I'm 64 years old, and I can get away with using a little bit of powder, and it will last all day. So I'm going to come right back, and you can see what the finished look looks like. Here's a close-up look. Using this BK Beauty brush from the Angie Hot and Flashy with my concealer is going to save me on concealer, because I can use half as much concealer as I was using before. So check this one out. Description box and first comment will have links, and there should also be product links in the YouTube product button. This should be in there as well. Speaking of BK Beauty, I'm also wearing their lipstick today to see what color it is. Oh yeah, this is attractive. This one's called Inner Beauty, And then on top of it, speaking of Pixie, I'm wearing the Pixie lip icing in either, let's see, what color is this one? This is the color Cookie. On top of it, people ask me all the time, but all the makeup I'm wearing is in the description box and first comment as well. So check that out. And then I'll put a couple of my videos where I showed the whole process of covering my under eye tear troughs and how I set the under eye makeup. And one of the videos that are popped over on the right side, just tap them or click them and you can watch that. And I'll see you over there in the next video.